Hello everyone, my name is Leanne. I'll be guiding you through your yin yoga class, and this class today will be focused on hip opening. Before we begin, please have at least one block or a book and one bolster or a pillow. And once you have your props, go ahead and set those aside. And we'll get started lying all the way down on your back. So first pose is reclined shoelace pose or figure 4. So for reclined shoelace, you would wrap your right knee over your left knee. And the knees are stacked. You'd grab for opposite shin bones. And the other option is reclined figure 4, where it's your right ankle to your left knee. Option to hug the left knee in towards your chest to deepen the stretch. Once you find which variation works best in your body, close down your eyes and start to focus your awareness into your hip space. And imagine as if you were breathing into your hips today. And although you can't literally breathe into your hips, we can focus our attention in our hip space and slow down the breath as we tune in. And this is how we cultivate a mind and body connection. And through that, we can find ease and start to release. Take a nice slow inhale in. Exhale out, settle into the pose. Relax the jaw. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, hug the legs in closer to you. Regardless if you took reclined shoelace or reclined figure 4, keep the positioning of your legs and drop everything over towards your left side for a supine twist. Extend the right arm long. You can either cactus by bending at your elbows, or you can have the arms long, take up space. Let the legs relax into the twist and shift your gaze over towards the right. Let gravity take over here with the legs. And bring your awareness to where you feel the most sensation. So although this is a spinal twist, the variation of the posture may also be stretching through your outer hips still. And these sensations are experienced differently in each of our bodies. So there may be other places that you may be experiencing a sensation, and that's okay too. As long as there's no pain, we can discern between pain and discomfort. We listen to our bodies. Shift your gaze back up to the ceiling first and slowly place the right hip back into the mat. Unravel your legs. Pause for a moment in between sides. And now we'll switch sides. Left leg over the right leg for reclined shoelace. Left ankle to right knee for reclined figure four. Pick your variation, commit to it, honor your body, and surrender into it. Let the chest relax. And stretching the hips sometimes can be intense. That's okay, especially if you feel tight. Or maybe you don't feel tight and the stretch isn't very intense and it's a little bit more easeful, and that's okay too. There's no right or wrong answer of what you should be experiencing in the hips and within the stretch. Each day may look different. Take another inhale in and another exhale out. And now bring your legs all the way over to the right for your supine twist, and extend the left arm long, either cactus or create a T shape in your arms. Let the navel hug in a little bit to help deepen the twist. And let the knees and legs be heavy over towards the right. Then relax the muscles in the legs. and bring your gaze over towards the left. You can either gaze at your left fingers, have one point of focus, or close down your eyes. Slowly start to place your left hip back into the mat. Unravel your legs, feet down. Pause for a moment. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Make some knee circles in one direction. And then the opposite direction. Find stillness. Roll your way up into a seat. Face the long side edge of your mat and have your bolster or block handy. And extend your legs nice and long and wide. Setting up for a dragon pose. I like to have my heels at the edges of the mat to help with alignment. And from here, place your hands behind you. Lift the chest up on your inhale. And on your exhale, walk your hands forward, fold into it. So option one, you can take your block on medium height or high height, medium, high, or low even, and rest your forehead down. Second option, if this is too far of a reach for you, it's a bit uncomfortable, take your bolster, and I'll come this way so you can see it better, and angle your bolster in front of you at this nice angle, and you can rest your forehead on the bolster. And then as you hold the pose longer and as time progresses, you can always push the bolster away from you, fold closer down, and eventually come to the block. We'll get nice and settled in whichever variation you chose. Close down the eyes and let the legs relax. Let your legs relax open. Maybe you notice you're starting to come down a little bit. Feel free to lower the height a bit, whether it's the bolster or block. Know that you can make adjustments throughout the duration of the pose, especially as the muscles release. Give ourselves permission to adjust. And wherever you're at, place your hands down. Start to walk your spine to a nice long position. And bend your knees and place the bottoms of your feet together. Spread your knees open. So final pose today will be a supported butterfly pose. And again, two options. Option one, take your block and place it between your feet. And you'll round your spine, rest your forehead down onto the block. Option two, have your bolster come in between the feet. You can walk the heels out a little bit as needed, and then rest your forehead on the bolster. Settle in. Find a comfortable variation. And with yin, we want to find this space between you're feeling a stretch and there's some slight discomfort, but there's no pain, and it's never enough or too much discomfort where you can't hold the pose for a long period of time. And so it's really the practice of finding that in-between state where we can really benefit from stretching, getting into our deep tissues through the fascia. You can let the arms relax by your side, top of your legs relaxed. Bring the awareness into your breath. Flow in with the breath, flow out with it. Stay connected to the breath as it moves. Follow the breath in through your nose, circling down into the lower belly, circling out of your mouth, through the chest. And at this point, you may want to consider some adjustments. Ask yourself if this is already enough, or if you're ready to deepen, or maybe even back off. Maybe you started off too strong. So ask yourself these questions. Feel free to make any adjustments. Start to lift your forehead up, rise up to a tall spine, set your blocks or bolsters aside, and close your knees in, reach your arms out, lower all the way down onto your back, and extend your legs nice and long for final resting pose, Shavasana. Arms come by your side, eyes closed, and really give yourself time to be in this pose. Especially when we practice at home, it's really easy to skip over this pose and just move on with your day. And this is one of the most important poses of the practice. And so whether it's a minute or 5 minutes, give yourself this time to be in the pose and to rest and surrender to your practice. Start to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach the arms all the way behind you. Point down your toes. Give yourself a long body stretch to wake you up. And bend your knees. Place your feet down into your mat. Roll over towards your right side for a fetal position. Press your way up to a seat. Yes, find a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Close down your eyes. Bring your hands together at your heart space. Find length through the spine. Take an inhale in for yourself. And an exhale out. And together we bow. Namaste. Thank you all.